lovelies, this is Dinh, author of Wrapped in Sin. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a springtime Easter wreath. Most of the items from today's project will be from the Dollar Tree, so let's get started. You're going to need some yarn. You'll need your glue gun or some type of glue, a pair of scissors. I'm going to use this erasable marker. You need 3 to 4 types of felt sheets. A CD disc. You'll need both of these wreath here from the Dollar Tree. Do is remove the centerpiece here from this wreath. I will save this centerpiece. We're not going to use it for this project, but I will save it for possibly a future project. What you want to do is with the yarn, put a little dab of glue back here. And we're just going to cover this whole entire piece. I just happen to have this extra yarn lying around and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to loop it through and cover this whole entire frame as close as possible together, so hopefully not all that glitter will be showing through, but if some does, it'll be okay. And what we're going to do is put a dab of glue back here every now and then in place. Okay, now that we're near the end, I'm going to go ahead and put a dab there. Probably 2 more and we should be done. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is cut off. I'm going to cut it off right about here and probably glue and tuck it under. So then it becomes seamless. Like all completed. I did leave the original ribbon on here because they kind of have to make anything to hang the wreath off of. What we're going to go ahead and do is take the bunny off of this wreath, and we'll save this for another project. But what I want is the bunny for this particular. So you're going to need something to scrape it off of. Just be careful. Hopefully it should come off fairly easy. Don't try to break it. Just slide it underneath. And there we go. Now this one is a little damaged, which is okay because we're going to cover this up for a future project anyway. So just set that aside for something in the future. Now this, okay, now that I was able to peel this off, I don't like the back to be exposed, and it was kind of hard to get this off. So what I'm going to do instead is get some ivory felt that I have, trace the bunny, cut it out, and then tape it. And glue the little felt onto the back here. And the back is now covered. Isn't that much nicer? Okay, next step is to attach this bunny to the frame. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put some glue down at the bottom here and center it to the frame. And then we're going to set this aside. We're going to go ahead and make some flowers. First flower we're going to make is with the CD disc. CD disc holder thing that I have, so I'm going to use that instead of an actual CD, but it is the exact same size. Measure out to be about 12 centimeter wide across. Mere tan. I am using a disappearing marker, so as time goes by, the ink on this will disappear. If not, you take a little bit of water and you can rub it out. And it'll be like this. And then we're going to go ahead and cut. Just find a starting point and eyeball about a centimeter and just cut around the shape the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want to leave a little base like so. Okay? And it's going to come out like this. And if we put it back, it will look something like this. What I'm going to do next is take the edge here, put a little bit of glue, you're going to keep rolling it. I find that it's easy just to hold it like this and to roll it, and then just put a dab of glue there. You're going to roll it for a little bit and then put glue along the way. And we're going to keep doing that till we get the end, and I'll show you how to finish it off. And then you're going to put glue all in this section right here. Okay? And then we're going to take this bottom piece and cover the bottom right there. And it's going to look like that to help secure it. And there is our first flower. Just push it up just a little bit. And that's one of the flowers. Now the other one I'm going to show you, pink. And we're going to go ahead and draw a circle. Get one of the CD discs. Like this. And we're going to go ahead and cut this up. We cut about a centimeter, or as I cut the edges. The only thing different that I'm going to show you how to make this one is we're going to make scallop edges. So what we're going to do is just kind of cut in, and then you're going to kind of give it that little scallop look. It's going to freehand it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but something to what it looks like with the scallop. As you can see, you'll have that kind of curvy look to it. And we're going to do the same thing. Take the edge here, put a dab of glue. And just start rolling it. The glue along the way to hold it in place. Not a lot, just a little. This one's almost done. We're going to go ahead and put some glue here. Like so. Okay? And then we're just going to go ahead and put this down at the bottom. and push this up a little bit, the bottom. And if you see how this flower is different? I don't know if you can tell, but see how this flower is a little bit different than this one? Because I have this roll of tape that I'll be using. And this one will be about 9.5 centimeter wide, which is going to be on this pale pink. I did cut the smaller size, and with the smaller one, you don't want to cut the edges to be as wide. It doesn't need, so you want to cut it almost half. It'll be like a 1/2 centimeter, about a 1/2 or 3/4 centimeter wide on the edges there. Put a little glue, and we're just going to go ahead and roll it. And I'll show you the difference in the sizes once it's done. As we get near the end, and go ahead and put some glue here for the bottom, like that. So this is what it looks like once it's done. It's more of a flat kind of flower. And you can always push up the center to kind of give it a little bit more oomph if you like. Otherwise, it can sit flat. I use my cupcake holder here, 1/2 centimeter across. Except this one I'm going to cut into the scallop. But it's the same concept. I'll show you all 3 different sizes once I'm done. Here is going to be a small flower, and it's going to be 1.5 inches this way, 4.5 inches this way. So what we're going to do is add some glue to the very bottom here, straight across. Okay, like that. And we're just going to fold it right over. Like so. Okay? What you want to do is grab a pair of scissors and cut a straight line like this. Now, here's a little tip. Because you put the glue down in the bottom, you can kind of feel the glue when you cut. You don't want to cut all the way to the end, because then it'll make the flower real floppy and it won't hold together as easily. You want to cut it where you want to keep just a little bit remaining down at the bottom. When you feel the base here is a little hardened, you can kind of use that as your guide mark to kind of stop. And what you want to do is cut about this size straight across. Just eyeball it and do the best you can. If it's a little uneven, it's okay. Okay, now that this has all been cut, and I forgot to mention, when you go to cut this, when you go to cut the first one, it'll be about maybe a 1/2 centimeter, just a little bit less than a 1/2 centimeter for each of the little cut. And then that's what you want to base it off of, an eyeball for each one, and try to cut it as evenly as possible. But if it's a little bit off, don't worry about it. So once it's been cut, it'll look like this. And what we're going to do next is put a little bit of glue as we roll it along. And then we're going to start rolling it. And then we'll put some more glue. Like that. And just keep rolling it. And then at the end, we're just going to go ahead and finish it off. And this will be the first flower. Now, the next one, I went ahead and cut a bigger size. This one will be 2 inches this way, 6 inches this way. We're going to do the exact same thing. Put some glue down here and fold it over. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to cut about a 1/2 centimeter same way. Oops. About a 1/2 centimeter. Same as before. Try to use the guide of where it hardens down at the bottom as kind of your point of where to stop. And I'll be back once I'm done cutting it all. So this one's all cut, and we're going to do the same thing. Is to put a little bit of glue down here, and we're going to roll it. And put some glue and roll. Make sure that you hold it tightly enough as you roll it. Voila! Now this is what the big one looks like, and then this is what the little one, just so you can see it in comparison. See? Now you can see here are the 3 flat flowers side by side in 3 different sizes. 3 roses in different sizes. And then these other 2 with the 2 templates. And that's how they look side by side. All right. So next step, we're going to go ahead and put these flowers. And now that this is dry, this is what it looks like. We're going to arrange the flowers down here. Now that I figure out the placement of the flowers, all we're going to do next is just simply glue it down. The final springtime Easter wreath. Isn't that simply adorable with all the flowers put on there? This is what it looks like in the front, the side, the back, and once again in the front. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to click the like button and subscribe below. Once again, my name is Dinh, author of Wrapped in Sin. If you enjoy reading smutty comedy romance, please check it out. It is available at Apple iTunes, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other retailers. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye, my lovelies.